Growing up, I rode the public school bus to school. And in order to get to my bus, I had a short walk. And in the curve was a home whose fence basically took the entire curve of the street. So all the way lined in the curve was their fence. And behind that fence was a very large German Shepherd. And every day I would walk in fear of the German Shepherd. And over the years, I just figured out different ways to go. Instead of taking the curve, I would just cut through a neighbor's yard and come down another street to get to my bus. I mean, I tried all the ways I could to avoid that German Shepherd, because every time I got close to just walking down the street, that dog would bark and growl. And I mean, it was as if he wanted to burst through that fence. And every time I took a walk, whether the dog was inside the house or not, I was conscious of it. It was walking. It's like the dog became a part of me. And every time I drove down that street or walked down the street as a child, I looked for the dog. And even now, as I drive into to see my parents, the dog is dead. The people have moved. The house is different. The fence is different. But for some reason, every time I go down that street, I think about that dog. And for some reason, I can't help but wonder, oh, shoot, is that dog there? Well, it's kind of the same with our emotions. Stuff happens to us throughout life. We experience things, traumas, things that go on. And no matter what's going on in our lives, no matter where we are, sometimes those dogs just seem like they're there. We know it's behind us. We know that we're not in real danger now, but we're still so aware of what happened, of what scared us. And it happens to all of us emotionally. It happens to me. And in those moments, in order to do life in a way that is meaningful, we have to be able to get our minds quiet and remember that we're still here. That despite the fact that every day I walk past that house, the dog never bit me. The dog got loose a couple times, but I got away. And despite how scary that was to see and hear and experience, no matter what the weather on a snowy morning, a sunny day, didn't matter, that dog was ready for me and my sister. But we never got hurt. We were afraid, and we're still here. So you just, for those things that scare us, just have to remember that we're still here. And we've got an opportunity to take those emotions and see them as information, not as instructions. Just because I'm afraid doesn't mean I stop. Just because I remember doesn't mean it can have power over me. This applies to the stuff that hurts us individually, and it applies to organizational hurts, team hurts. When there's been misses and that stuff still is present, we have to celebrate the opportunity of today, quiet our minds, and celebrate that we still have a chance to make it better in the here and in the now. I hope that helps you. Don't be afraid of the dogs. Be grateful for life, and it'll take you a long way. Translators, mount up.